If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Yeah. Yesterday we covered that how inbound, right? We just started with inbound integrations. Okay. What we covered about how to configure a field override service. Okay. That's what we did. And rest was something we declared a validation mode. Okay. And next was, yeah. Next was launch parameters, normal launch parameter retrieval. Map services, we did something document retention policy. We declared a map, which we have done before. We learned about swim lanes. Okay. How swim lanes can be beneficial. Okay. Like you can close this, you can close this. Everything is like expandable and you can minimize it anytime. Okay. That's what we learned about yesterday. Today we are going to understand new concept. Okay. So before proceeding forward, I like today what I'll make you understand. I'll make you understand two things. That is hash map and hash sets. Okay.
Okay.
So okay. So you see my screen, right? You see my notes, what I've opened, right? Today we are going to understand what is a hash map.
Yeah.
What is a hash set? Okay. Why hash map and why hash set? Okay. What's the use of this? Okay. These both terms are basically a Java concept. Okay. Now, this is more of an indexing or keying concept. Okay. Like you said yesterday, you have heard about this term, right? You said me yesterday that I have heard about this term. It's about indexing, it's about keying and everything. So why hash map and hash sets is used in studios, like particularly inbound studios. Okay. We hear about this term in Java, but you know that Java studio is nothing but studio is just a IDE which is sitting on Eclipse, on top of Eclipse. Okay, that's what Studio is. So if you see here also, if you see here, it writes as Eclipse only. Okay, and if you're familiar with Java, so Java also means Java Eclipse. So that also opens something like this. It has not exactly the same things, but not equal but equivalent. Okay, so what is a hash map and what is a hash set? Okay, so hash map is something, it's a container. Okay, what I'll say, it's a container. I'll not go into constructors and classes mode of all those of Java, very core Java concept, but I'll make you understand which is essential, which is required. Okay, hash map is something which is a container. It's a container, I'll say. Where did I last mentioned about containers? I mentioned last about containers on async mediation, right? When we were having on async mediation. So when I say container, it stored something, right? So when I said async mediation, it stored something. Okay, it had evals, and inside that eval you wrote your expressions, ML expressions. So ML expressions was stored inside async mediation. So it was a container. So if I tell that hash map is a container, it should store something inside it. Okay. So what does hash map stores, or what does hash map has? Okay, it has a key value pair. Okay. What do you mean by key value pair? Okay. If I say, okay, let me just make something. I'm just trying to make a trying to show you a pictorial representation of something. So let's copy this. Okay, I'm bad with this. So wait, I'll just. Okay, so why I'm doing this? I have an option of annotate. Okay, so see this. Okay, I'm going to draw something. This is a bucket. Okay.
Okay.
Now I said key value thing. Okay, key value pair. Okay, when I said key value, okay, what does that mean? So I mean that it will be like one chunk of data would be a key value pair inside. This is a hash map. Okay, this container is a hash map. This would be a key value pair. This would be another key value pair. I'll explain you what is a key. But you understand what is a key value pair, I'm asking. Okay, what does hash map stores inside it? Okay, like I said, you async mediation stores a eval, all those expressions, embedded expressions, and everything. A hash map stores a key value inside it. Okay. So if this is a hash map, these are different key value pairs. Okay. Different key value pairs. Understand that as of now. You don't need to go to technicals of it. Okay, I'll make you understand. So this is a hash map. These are key value pairs. Okay.
Okay.
Understood, right? Okay. So if I said key value pair, okay, means what? Okay. So if I declare a hash map, so I'll just say, if I just declare a hash, so anything I have to declare, okay. If I declare a hash map, I said I declared a hash map. How I'll do that? I'll tell you. My hash map name is ABC. Okay. Now ABC is a container. Okay. Is a container. So inside ABC, what will be there? Okay. Inside ABC, key value pairs.
The right, sorry, yes.
Key value
We will
pairs,
have
right?
many key value pairs, yes.
Many key value pairs. Okay. So when I say many key value pairs, what is a key, what is a value? Okay. So now how I insert data into hash map is also because inside ABC, like data won't come directly inside ABC. Okay. We have to insert, we have to put data inside hash maps. Okay. How do we do that? I'll tell you that also. But
so I'm imagining it like a list that
yes.
I mean that we have to fill with, and then we'll have to retrieve it also from.
Exactly. We are filling something inside a container, then we'll retrieve it later. Why we do so? I'll tell you the usage also. Okay. I'm just making understand the concept of hash map and a hash set. So key can be anything, but key has to be a unique one. Okay.
Right.
Means I'll say if key is 1, okay, and value is Tushar. Okay. Value can be it can be a whole array list also. Okay. So don't think a value can be just a single string or just a single number. It can be a whole array list. Okay. Whole array list. In value, I can insert every demographic detail of an employee. How I'll do that, I'll tell you. But a value is something which is associated with a key. What is a key? 1. What is a value? Tushar. Okay. Now this, if I write 1 again, and if I write Anamika, okay. Again, this is key. This is key, and this is value. Okay. This is key, and this is value. After that, I'll say, show me contents of hash map. So when I'll see the contents of hash map, I'll see this. I'll not see Tushar.
I see. Got it.
Reason is this hash map will override this value. Okay.
Because of the key.
Because of the key.
Okay.
Has the key been 2? Okay. So show me contents of the hash map would have value, both of them.
Okay. Mhm.
So like this, many values are stored inside. Again, value can be same, okay? Don't worry about the value.
Yeah.
So the key is the one that matters, okay? So I can store something like this also, though it is not recommended. I'm just showing you that values can be same, but the keys has to be unique, okay? So key value pairs, key value pairs, key value pairs, key value pairs. So you understood the concept of hash map, right? Hash map is a container which has key value pairs inside it, okay? And it's a unique set, okay? So unique set as in if I compare this set with this set, it will be a unique one. Reason is it has a unique key, not value. If I'm comparing this set and this set, it is a unique set because it has a unique key, not value. If there was one Tushar here, okay, if it encounters, let's say it was one Anamika, okay. If it encounters one Tushar here, okay, this would be replaced by one Tushar, okay. This would be like this. This will not be inside Hashmap. Okay, understood, right? So
Yeah. So each time when we are trying to insert, it is actually going through that list.
exactly. So this is a key. This is a value. That's the concept of a hash map. Okay, how it is done? Like it's basically a class. Okay, so a class that is created in Java and like many things, but we don't need, we don't require to know those things. So it's an additional thing. If you want to know many things about hash map, you can always go through it. But the only usage of hash map and hash, like you need to know the concept of hash map and HashSet, not the core crux of what hash map is formed of, what HashSet is formed of. Okay, this completes hash map. Okay, hash map is this much only. Hash map is a container, and hash map has key value pair inside it.
Okay.
Cool, right? Till now, no problem, right?
No problem. Yep.
HashSet, okay. HashSet is also a container, but it has unique keys. It just have one thing. It'll just have one. Okay, something like this. Okay, this can be this also.
Interesting. So it has only keys.
Right? No two keys can be similar. Okay.
Yeah.
Key value pairs and keys. That's it. The definition of hash map and a hash set. Okay. So if I'll just say hash map, so basically it's hash map in Java only. So I'm just giving you a thing also, like I've not given you a technical definition. Okay. I've given you a very layman definition. Okay. So if you see here, Java HashMap class implements a map interface which allows us to store key and value pair. Okay, where keys should be unique. If you try to insert a duplicate key, it will replace the element of the corresponding key. It is easy to perform operations using key index. It is easy to perform operations using the key index like updation, deletion, etc. HashMap is a class that is found inside this java.util package. Okay. We don't need to remember this. Points to remember. Java HashMap contains value based on the key. Java HashMap contains values based on the key. Java HashMap contains only unique keys. Java HashMap may not have one null key and multiple null values. Sorry, Java HashMap may have one null key and multiple null values, Java hash map is not synchronized. So these are the things, okay? Maintains no order. Okay, no order means if you're trying to insert something inside a hash map, okay? Like you inserted like key 1, comma Tushar, 2, comma Anamika, okay? So if you try to see it, right? If you try to visualize your hash map, okay, somewhere in the log or somewhere, you may find that 1 Tushar, then 3 Anamika, 2 Amit, 4, that it may not have an order specific inside, like, right? It will do the indexing, okay? But it doesn't have an order, okay? Like it is a container asset, right? When you throw key value pairs, it will store it anywhere. But when you retrieve it, you will retrieve by key, giving the key, you will retrieve the value. Okay, I'll tell you how it is. Okay, hash map is that. So no confusion here, right? This is Java T point, which is very famous for understanding Java. We have something called as hash sets. Okay, hash set in Java. Okay, so hash set is hashing unique elements only. Okay, it's a unique element only. It will always store a unique element. Okay, so that element is called key. Allows null value, but null value is, it can store null values. Okay, it can store null values. We are not going to give null values in our, now this is something called a score, very much of Java thing. Okay, so this is what hash set is. So you are understanding, right, what is a hash map and a hash set, right? So if you want to go inside more inside hash map and a hash set, you can always go inside this, like understanding list, understanding how it is formed or something. I'm going to teach you all these things. Okay, I'm like, we will actually do the whole thing in a single statement in Studio. Okay, you see this, right? Java.util hash set. He has declared a hash set here. He has imported a package. Okay, import java.util is he's imported a package from somewhere, util package. Dot star means every function inside it. Class hash set one means he has called a class set, or he has declared a class set. Sorry, he had declared a class name as this hash set, whatever. Public static void main is the start of the program. Hash set string, name of the string, name of any string. Set means the name of the hash set. Set.add. Set is the hash set now. Okay. Set is the hash set now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there is an iterator which is going on set. Okay. Dot has next. It will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. System.out.println will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do the whole step in a single line.
Okay. I can't think of a scenario where only a hash set will be used unless it is used with the hash map.
Do that, yes. I'm making you understand the concept, and I'm making you understand the. I'll tell you, that's my responsibility of giving you the scenario.
Yeah, so, no, I'm just trying to think that since it stores only the key, I mean, I'm just trying to think that how we can utilize it. And
okay, so basically, I'll tell you okay. Now your brain is too much curious. I'll tell you a scenario. Okay, I'll give you a scenario. You have received an input file, right? You have received an input file, and in which there are 5 employees. Okay, let's say there are 5 employees. Okay, you need to check the validation of the employees, like whether those employees exist in our tenants or not. Okay.
Okay.
So the thing is, how you will check this? Either you will pass this employee to the report and see whether the report is giving the output or not. If the report doesn't give an output, then maybe that employee is not existing in the tenant. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just getting a vague understanding. That's the vague understanding I would have, right? I would pass the 5 employees in the report and see whether the report gives a proper response or not. Or this is yet to be covered, okay? Or I will pass those employees in a web service of Get Worker web service. There's a web service called as Get Worker web services. You have done core connector worker, right? You've done core connector worker. You did core connector worker, right? You understand core connector worker, right?
Yes.
Okay. So core connector worker works on changes only, right?
Correct. Yes.
Changes only data. So core connector worker is nothing. Okay. So if tomorrow someone asks you how core connector worker works, core connector worker is nothing, but it's a wrapper around a get worker web service. They have built a wrapper around a get worker web service. In background, they are calling a get worker web service only. Core connector does that thing only. You just configure things on the template and you pass it to the web service. That is core connector web service. Sorry, that is get worker web service. Similarly, you will pass all of these 5 employees in the get worker web service, because if you directly fire the get worker web service, it will bring 1,000 employees from the tenant, and this will like degrade the performance of your studio. So I need to store this 5 unique employees somewhere. Okay, I will store this 5 unique employees in my hash set, and later when I go with the validation of employees by calling the get worker web service, I will just loop the workers. I'll just call my get worker web service for this 5 employees by applying a loop logic only for 5 employees. And this loop logic would be actually from HashSet. You saw that hash next, right?
Yes.
That's where I'll loop around and I'll call each of the workers. I'll validate each of the workers.
Got it. Okay.
No, it appeared to be a complicated scenario, right? It's not, don't worry. So, okay, let's not go there. Let's do bit by bit. So you understood Hashmap and HashSet, right?
Yeah.
Great. So next, remember what we did? We did, just a minute, I'll just drag this somewhere. So, okay, what we did, we called the initialize params. Okay, this initialize params declaration works with actually called the initialize parameters, in which we stored our LP props, some props. Okay, some props. We are not going to write all these things. Okay, we'll we'll proceed towards, and then we'll fill all these things. Okay, variables. Okay. Basically, these are variables. Now see, I have created Hashmap and HashSets. See, this is a prop. New java.util.hashmap. Java.util. Remember, it was a java.util class. .hashmap. Now this is a hash map of this props is of type hashmap. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just declaring it. Okay. I'm just declaring it.
Okay.
I'm declaring hash sets also here. See, I'm doing so. But at the start of the program, I can't do all these declarations, because I won't know only that whether I would be having a hash map or a hash set in my program or not, right? You won't be having.
Exactly.
You won't be having it.
That's good. Okay. Yeah, I was like, do we have to plan so far ahead?
Yeah, means if I'm just planning my studio, like I'm doing this, I won't know that it is going to use a hash map or a hash set. I'll know it later. Okay, that in this scenario, a hash map and a hash set can be used. I'll give you those scenarios. But initially, so we'll just keep it with this step only. I'll not add props and I'll not add hash map hash sets. We'll do that. We'll come to this step later. Again, if we want to do any declaration, we'll come back and we'll do the declaration. What's the next step that we need to do is we need to, if you see here, now this is a very unique thing. Okay, I want to teach you this. I have taught you the method of getting integration maps like this, right? Wait a minute. Not this. Where did we declare maps? We did declare maps, right? Oh no. This was the first example. Sorry, not this one. Hello, this one. The first assignment that we did.
Yes, yes, yes.
Assignment. Day 1 or something. Not this one also.
I think it was
The very first,
first
in which
one.
we just did a PIM, in which we showed the message in our tab, right? In this, we had our integration maps. Remember this?
Yes.
So basically, I'll revise this. So what we did in our first example, in services, we declared maps, right? In maps, we had a country map in which we gave a country name, for an example, United States, and we said English. Then France, we said French. Australia, something. Okay. China,
Correct.
something. We did all those things, right? Now, here what we did, we called our map, okay? Country map. Okay, country map. Right? Remember, we did what we did? We called our country map. Okay. And we supplied the country name. And
Right.
we got from our launch parameter, right? From the launch parameter. For an example, USA. Okay. So that would be the key for me, right? Key for me. I'm supplying a key to my map. So USA is like internal key. What is the value I should get? English, right? This is the name of my map. Again, I'll declare it. If you'll understand what I'm talking about, key values, things. When I declare my, like I'll just say props ABC. This instance, I'll say get integration maps, right? This one. No. Wait, look up something. It was get integration map before. Just a minute. Get integration map lookup, right? Okay. Integration map lookup.
Yep.
Control space integration map lookup. This one was the one, right? This one, see? Now here you remember this is the map name, right? Map name. We gave the key. Now this ABC will have the value English inside it, right? Or this language would have a value English inside it, right? This is one of the way of extracting data from a map, right? That we did from the very first time.
Right.
I'm going to teach another method of doing that today. Okay, you know that method, but you should also know a new method. So at the very beginning of the class, I also also when we were doing debugging also, we noticed that when we were on the start here component, we were seeing something on the message root part is like get integration event response. Remember? Integration response.
Yes.
I was saying, right? This response is generated like when the start here is called, it actually launches.
Correct. Yes.
We get a response. Why we get a response? What's there in the response, right? So I
Right.
said response has everything. Response has everything that is configured to your start here. It will have maps. It will have attributes and everything. So in our response, we will have the maps, right? We will have the maps. We will have the maps. Okay. It's a tough part, but I have created an XSLT in which I will read the maps. What I am doing here, try to understand it, okay? Not a big thing. I'll try to make it. It's not a big XSLT. Okay, I'm trying to do a template match. Okay, trying to do a template match. I've created a maps tag in which I've done a apply templates. Apply templates is nothing. Okay, apply templates is that it's loop. Okay, if I would have written for each loop, if I write apply templates, that means same. Okay, apply templates. Apply templates is whenever you get this template, is for an example, if I write apply template select report entry, then I write here XSL template match report entry. So it is done for each report entry. Understanding?
Okay.
Okay. Remember, apply temp address. What I'm trying to this is just a X path. Okay, don't get terrified with this X path.
No, I just want to see that what is the end piece to it. So we are actually, like you said, it's the response, and I want to see if you go to all the way to the right,
Yeah,
we are looping in. Okay, whatever is in the map. Okay.
I'll show you. So what we are doing, envelope, get integration system response. I'm going to that path. Integration system data, integration maps data, and integration map data. That's
Okay.
exactly what I'm doing. In the integration map data, I know the expert because I've seen the message route part. Okay. So
Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, you'll have to tell me how to even find it. This is good that it's there, but if I had to do this like from scratch, then.
from scratch, how you will run the debugger for the very first time.
Okay.
You'll know it, right?
Yes, I could find the message route.
It will be the next step, and you'll see the get integration response, right?
Okay.
Makes sense, right? So in this, we have I'm looping around integration map data, and integration map data I'm looping around integration map value data. I'll tell you what it is. Just think. I have different earnings, and I'll have something like this, right? I'll just show you. I've configured earning, right? I'll have something like ABC internal value, or like say ABC internal value. External would be 1, 2, 3. That I'll configure in the tenant, right? DEF 3, 4, 5. I'll configure this in the tenant, right? GHI. So these are earnings, right? These are Workday earnings, and these are external values, right? These are external values. Yeah. They are multiple earnings, right? They're multiple, right? They're multiple. Hence, I am looping around integration map data values. Hence, I'm doing that.
Right. I mean, and obviously in the map we'll have many key value pairs. So
Exactly.
obviously we have to loop through each. Okay.
So key val I'm just making, though this is just a node I'm trying to make, key val in which I'm storing the map name. Map name, what is the map name? Map name is nothing but it's an earning map. Okay. This will be, there are multiple maps, right? Multiple maps.
Right. Oh, that code that we are seeing right now is how to create the hash map. We're actually putting in the data in there.
No, we are not creating a hash map. We are just creating an XML response. We are not creating a hash map now. We are just making an XML. Okay. I'll tell you what will be the output of the XML.
Okay.
The output of the XML would be, wait, I'll just go hand in hand. So remember what is, you can see the notes, right? So this will be something maps. You understand, right? Just maps. And in this, I'll say key val, and inside there will be another closing key val. Inside this would be map name. So map here, I'm storing map name. So map name is so that's the map name I'm storing. Okay, what's the inside text would be there? Okay, integration map name, integration some name would be there. I'll just tell you whatever name would be there. I'll just say earning is the name. I would have configured it there on my tenant. Now, what is in int is what is internal value? That will be ABC. What is external value? That will be 1, 2, 3. And my key val closes. Okay. My key val closes. Okay. This can run multiple times, right?
That's right. Yeah. This is like a, yeah. Okay. I understand.
we are storing earnings. Okay, now I'm just saying that integration map name is earnings. Then go for this. Now this is an XPath. Okay, don't get this. This is an XPath that I'm taking. Earning code, else something something workday related calculation ID. I'm storing the earning code inside this, or means the earning that I have configured in the tenants. That it's earning code I'm taking. Okay, and text,
Okay.
but external value text is nothing but the external value text I'm taking. So this whole thing, why did I do all these things? Okay. Now you said that why did you wrote a whole big XML of doing such, like it seems like a complicated step, right? Like I have made an XML, but I'm getting XML output out of this in which I will have a key value stored for my hash maps in an XML.
Right.
Okay, in an XML. This outputs this step outputs an XML. Okay, this step will output an XML. Okay.
Correct.
So output an XML means it can have evals, right? Inside a map, something like this,
Yes, and many, exactly. How we created for employee and content.
like this,
Right.
like this, right?
Yeah.
I utilize. Okay, now see, I am giving you a scenario. Okay? I'll not make you understand those maps. I'm giving you a scenario. I need to utilize this map values later in my studios. Okay? Means I will have to read the input file. Basically, in input file, this will come 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5, 6. I'll say D, E, F, F, Y, T, R. Okay. In the input file, my client is going to send me 1, 2, 3. Okay. In the input file, my client is going to send me 4, 5, 6. In the input file, my client is going to send me 6, 7, 5, 6. I need to map it to this. I need to right here or this or this or this, right?
Yeah.
I'm not you confused, right? It's simple, right? Till now.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the purpose, but I'm still not sure why we
You don't
would
know the
create an XML.
yeah. Why I would create an XML? You just know the next step, what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay.
In the next, I'm applying a splitter. So why I'm applying a splitter? Okay, why I'm applying a splitter? I'm applying a splitter, and like we did report data, report entry for each val pair. Okay, key val pair is for each key val. I'm just giving the key val chunk to next line.
Okay.
Key val chunk. Why I'm doing so? Why I'm doing so? I am doing so because I want to store those values in a hash map. Okay. Later, when I'm loading data, later, I will utilize this hash map.
Okay.
So I have stored the integration maps data inside a hash map. How I store data inside a hash map is something like this. Okay. Now see this. Props name,
Hmm.
just a map name. Okay. I've declared it as empty.
Yeah.
String type empty. Part 0 dot extreme keyval map. Now remember, here keyval would all here we have keyval only. I'll just guess this chunk. I'll have the map, right? This will be earning, right? So
Right.
this will be having earning, right? I'll say earning value is equals to empty again. I'll declare empty starting. I am declaring, I'll tell you why. I'm not doing it, I'm doing it purposely also. Props internal value equals to part 0 dot extreme keyval int. Int is internal value, right? This one. Here I am doing external value. That is this one. Okay. Then I'm okay. Now, have you heard about ternary operators?
No.
Somewhere in C++. So, what were ternary operators back then? We still use them. But this is how ternary works, okay? Like, you know, if else, right?
Right.
So, if something is that statement is here, okay? This is a statement. If something do this, okay? Do that, right? This is how if else works, right?
Yeah.
If something is this, do this, else do that. This is how if else works, okay? How does ternary works? Ternary is a simple, we call it ternary operator, okay? So ternary operator. Now this is a term that is used in Java, that is a term that is C, C++, C sharp, anywhere you say Python or anywhere. Okay, ternaries are used everywhere. What is a ternary statement? It is something like condition, whatever you give the condition, okay? So question mark. Condition is if, I'll just say condition, I can write some condition like this, okay? If 2 is less than 4, okay? This is a condition, okay? Then question mark, okay? Question mark. If this is true, send yes or no. Send yes or if this condition satisfies, I'll get this value. Is 2 less than 4? Yes. So I can put anything, okay? I can put 45 and I can put 57, okay? So this will work like, if this condition is true, you'll get this value. If this condition is false, you'll get this value. So 2 is less than 4, right? You'll get 45. Is 2 greater than 4? No, right? You'll get 57. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Understood.
Yeah.
Ternary operator here. What I am doing, it's a prop. Okay, prop. Now this is a condition. This whole thing is a condition. Prop map name equals to earning. We don't have to give an if here. Okay. Okay. If it is earning, because we are storing an earning. Okay. So there can be multiple maps. Okay. I just said you got earning. We can have earnings also. We can have deductions also. We can have many things, right? We can basically have two earnings and deduction both, right? So if map name is earning, okay. So map name is earning. Do this. Do this. Else blank. Understood or not?
Yeah.
Do this is what? Do this is something putting inside the hash map. I'm inserting the hash map. Okay. Now here is how I declare the values. Why I'm doing this inside the hash map? Reason is I'll tell you. Okay. In starting, you won't get why I'm declaring a hash map, why I did the hash map. But later and later, like we proceed, okay, like we'll build studios and everything, we'll know that, okay, I can create a hash map here, or I need to create a hash set, okay, based on your experience. So starting day, you won't know why I'm creating a hash map, okay. It's based on experience basis, okay. So I need, when this is done, I'll basically, I want to do after this step, I want to create a hash map in which I'll insert every key value piece. Okay. I want to create a hash map in which I want to enter every key value pairs. Then meaning is I need to declare a map first. Okay. That's what I do here first. I'm declaring a map. This is how I declare a map. Props earning map equals to new java.util.hash map. Now this is prop. This props is of type hash map. Now in this step, if you need to insert something inside a hash map, what do you need to insert? Key value, right? There is a syntax. Dot put is a syntax to insert something inside a hash map. This is a key. This is a value. What is a key? Key is external value. Means
What we get from the file.
ABC is, this is
That yeah, that's a code, right, on the in the tenant.
yeah, exactly. So key value. So if we need to get something out of the hash map, okay, something out of the hash map, we tell something like props dot get. I need to supply the key, then I'll get the value. If I want to get the value, I need to supply the key. What is the key? External value, right? Or 1, 2, 3, right? That you are getting from the in my process, when I'll actually process my input file, I will give 1, 2, 3 to this hash map, because this I know this hash map has stored all the values, because the splitter will run 5 times and it will store everything inside a hash map. Dot put will store everything inside a hash map. Like everything means I'm just saying all these things. Like this one, ABC 1, 2, 3, DEF 4, 5, 6, FEG 6, 7, 8, YTR 5, 6, 4. What is an internal value? Internal value is, or key, sorry, not internal, key is 5, 6, 4, value is this, okay? When I'm reading the input file, so I'll read this, I'll read actually 1, 2, 3. And when I'll pass 1, 2, 3 inside this, okay, hash map, I'll get ABC in return, right? ABC in return. If I don't get anything, I'll say this code that you have given me in the input file is not in my map, or is not in as per our requirement. I've not configured it. So this is a wrong code. You are understanding the complexity that we are dealing with here now?
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
I'm giving a future prospect that tomorrow if your client gives a new deduction code, okay, tomorrow if your client gives a new deduction code, he has to only configure the integration maps. Once he does the integration maps configuration, that will automatically come inside this. Reason is your studio will take care of that. It will insert in the hash map of earning, and later when you read that code which he has supplied from that file, from the input file, you will have a matching earning code.
Yes. Yep.
Right?
I understand.
Yes. This in this step, this whole step, the main purpose, the main thing that was inserting data inside a hash map.
Yep, got it. I can ask you something here. So let's say I'm trying to imagine that those other maps that how we had declared on the when we had deployed our integration.
Yes, yes.
So if let's say, obviously it's a bad practice, but just to understand that, did I understand this right? I will give you that example. So let's say if I deploy my integration and actually add all my earnings on that hash map, on that map, integration map I declare. Basically, that's probably not a good practice, because if I start with, let's say, 10 earnings code, and somebody in the tenant creates, more, then obviously it becomes a maintenance thing of keep on adding those new earnings code also to that map, right? But if we're using this, there's really no one who's declaring it anywhere. It's actually taking it from the tenant.
Exactly. So that's what I is like. You're not having a maintenance inside the studio, or you're not doing anything inside the code, right? Your code is smart enough. Like you'll just declare a map there. Okay.
Right.
Like tomorrow, if you want, tomorrow your client may come that, okay, I'm sending you only deduction ABC and DEF. I want a deduction FEN also. Okay. That should also be processed from in your studio. If let's say there was some hard coding or something like that, you have to change the whole code. Okay. Now what you're doing, you'll just declare a map. Okay. And that map, when it will be processed inside your studio, it will create a hash map
that hash map will store all the integration maps values in like values, all those. And those values will be later really utilized in our studio. You're understanding the crux of it, right? So why I'm doing so, right? So yes, so what I'll do, I'll send you this whole class, okay? This class, okay? Reason is, you try to build it till that initialize integration, okay? In swim lanes, okay? Because it's already 9:30, top of the hour for you.
Yep.
Right? So try to build this tomorrow, okay? Today we learned about hash map and hash sets. Tomorrow we are actually going to utilize this hash map and hash set, and we are going to jump in to Workday Web Services.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Come with lots of questions. I don't have any problem. Any question would be a good question. Okay. Don't think it is a silly question or something. I asked very many stupid questions when I was learning this topic. Okay. So you feel free to ask any question, any question. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
So
do you have?
Yeah, tell me.
No, I just wanted to check that does the same time work for tomorrow? Because I have a 9 o'clock meeting, which is your 9:30. So can we do 8:30 to 9:30?
Wednesday? Just give me. Let me check my calendar. Give me a minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a minute. Yeah. Check my calendar. Don't have Teams here.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.